He's at it again, burning rubbish.
George, I need to talk to you.
Now, can't it wait? I'm in the middle of something.
You're always in the middle of something. Please, this is important.
Later, love, I need to get the shed sorted and the lawn needs cutting.
Oh, I knew this would happen. I wrote it down.
Good idea. I'll read it later.
Later might be too late, George. Dear George, things have got to change because I can't go on.
Morning, George. How's your project coming along?
You'll find out soon enough.
Giving all your love to just one man. You have that time.
What's an I Love London badge? Get rid of that, Fawzi.
No way. Joe chose it for me.
Good luck with that. How did you get on with the specialist? Good news?
I can't talk about that now. I'll catch you later.
Oh, I didn't know you were there. Can I help? I need a repeat prescription, my asthma medication. Brenda Chapel, 2 ticks.
You were issued with a fresh prescription on Friday. Have you lost it? Oh, were you right? Oh.
Brenda, fancy a cup of tea, love? And how about a ham sandwich? Bren? I have had enough. I have left you. Goodbye.
It's not that he beats me or anything. I've just had enough.
But what exactly did he do?
He put his dirty paintbrush in my washing up bowl.
I can see how that would be annoying, but is it worth walking away from 50 years of marriage?
Well, you don't understand, Karen. I've had 50 years of scrubbing paint out of my sink. 50 years of petty feuds with neighbours. Half a blooming century of coming second to his latest obsession. He's mean, messy, secretive, inconsiderate. He decides where we go, what we do, and if I so much as touch the TV remote.
And how did he take it when you said you were leaving?
I left him a note.
Oh, so he doesn't know?
I have tried to tell him, believe me. When I start talking about what I want, he doesn't stay in the room long enough for me to finish a sentence. I've left. I'm not going back. So if you'll just get me that prescription.
I'm sorry, but you're going to have to see a doctor. Where are you going to go?
I'll decide once I get to the train station.
Oh, Brenda, are you sure about this?
I won't waste another day with that man.
Getting nervous already about our little arrangement?
You're as good as sunk already.
Hello.
It's me.
Hi.
You were right. Joe is behind in some areas of his development, but at this stage it's really nothing to cause that much concern.
Well, that's a relief, eh?
It's been a difficult few months, so I really just wanted to say thank you to you for your help. I'm sure you didn't really want to be dragged into all of this, so I'm very grateful for your tact. We both are.
It's not a problem. I'm just glad that he's okay.
Yes, he is okay. Just not quite average. But any series of tests is only a snapshot of how a child is. They develop in spurts, as we all know. Moving targets.
Do you have any follow-ups planned?
Yes, we are going to see a specialist. So, I will let you get on.
Of course she's missing. Who does he think he is?
The officer was only doing his job.
Just 'cause I saw her at breakfast doesn't mean anything. She hasn't slipped out to do some shopping, and she's not visiting friends. She hasn't got any.
What about family?
They're all dead, except for Gary,
Who's Gary?
our son.
And have you been in touch with him to see if she's been in contact?
No, it's 3 a.m. in Vancouver. He cleared off to Canada in 1991. And her passport's out of date, so she hasn't gone there.
How was your wife when you last saw her?
I don't know. She never said.
Did she seem out of sorts?
No more than usual.
Had you had words before she went?
Of course not. We never row. We're very happy together. What are you trying to suggest?
I'm not trying to suggest anything. Did she leave a note?
No. That's her. She's a bit older now, though. Well, go on then, get searching. We're wasting valuable time sitting here gassing.
See, the thing is, you last saw your wife only approximately 2 hours ago, and nothing that you have said leads me to believe that we're dealing with a missing person.
She's funny in the head. Will that do you?
Funny in the head. Are you trying to tell me that she has mental health issues?
Well, that's it. She's a bit mental.
Can you be more specific?
She cries and that.
I'm going to need her doctor's details.
The one on surgery on Leatherbridge campus, whichever one's on duty.
Okay. Right. I'll make some inquiries.
I'll wait.
There's no need. I'll give you a call.
I won't be in. I'll be walking the streets looking for her.
Do we have a contact mobile number?
No, because I haven't got a mobile.
Mr. Chappell, you haven't been entirely straight with me.
I don't know what you're on about.
Your wife left you a note this morning, didn't she?
Who says?
You knew that she'd left you.
Only because she's not well.
That's not my understanding.
Who told you all this? Brenda? Her doctor? Where is she? Tell me where she is.
Your wife left of her own free will, so I couldn't tell you that, even if I knew where she was.
Where is she? Where's my wife?
Mr. Chappell,
Karen Hollins. Any relation to Sergeant Hollins?
none of your business.
It is my business. It is my business when my wife goes missing and you two are conspiring behind my back to stop me finding her.
She's not missing.
I don't know where she is.
Don't shout, please.
If she does something silly, it will be all your fault.
I don't know what you mean, because she's not going to do something silly. I've had enough. I can't face another day. Better off without me. Why didn't you give it to the police?
Didn't want to embarrass her. And after Sergeant Hollins contacted you lot, he didn't want to know. Called me a liar and everything.
I'm sorry, I didn't...
Brenda's very good at hiding her feelings, so if you'll just tell me where she is, I'll sort her out.
Can't.
Mr.
Chappell.
Mr. Chappell, your wife clearly needs help, and we will do everything we can to contact her and make sure that she gets that help. In the meantime, may I suggest that you go home and wait for news? Okay? Right. You better get her mobile up and give her a ring.
And you're still taking your statins?
Statins?
For your cholesterol. You know, the little pink pills?
Pink pills, white pills, blue pills. I'm rattling.
We'd better run a liver function test.
Don't tell me my liver's packed up and all.
Oh, no, it's just to be on the safe side, you know, given your recent symptoms.
I don't like hospitals.
You won't have to go to hospital. It's just a blood test. We'll take the blood here and then send it off to the lab. Hi, yeah, it's me. Can I book Mr. Glover in for a blood test, please? Tomorrow at 10:30?
I'm not coming all the way back tomorrow.
But you need to see the nurse.
You're a doctor. You do it.
Listen, I'll call you back. Look, it's not really my job to... the nurse is... Okay, I just, I'll tell you what, just excuse me for one moment. Heston, can I borrow you for 5 minutes? I need a favour. Oh, look, I've got a patient, Mr. Glover, only he's got a bee in his bonnet about nurses, but he does need bloods, and I'm not so great with the whole veins and needles. I'm pretty bad, in fact. We'll die even. And
Sid, breathe. That's better. Getting worked up is no benefit to anyone. Now, how can I help?
Would you mind observing? Yeah, just in case I need backup.
Not at all.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm just through here in Zara's. Mr. Glover, this is Dr. Carter. Would you mind if he joins us?
2 doctors to take some blood. What's he going to do? Hold me down?
Don't worry, I'm here to observe, nothing more.
So, I'm an awkward customer, am I?
No, of course not.
I can read, you know. They're my notes. I've every right.
Of course, but you really should ask first.
Well, so you can cover your tracks, you mean? It's a disgrace, that's what this is.
Could you be a bit more specific?
Offensive remarks. I'm going to make a formal complaint.
Offensive remarks?
Please, accept my apologies, OK? Whatever was written on your notes, I'm sure it wasn't intended to be offensive.
Major son of a...
There must be some mistake. Major SOB.
Told you.
Mr. Glover, that's not a personal slur. That's one of your symptoms. Major shortness of breath.
Well, easy mistake to make.
Look, your blood test will be back in a week, OK? Just give us a call and check. There.
Oh, there's one other thing. You know them patches you gave me for the smoking?
Yeah?
I've run out of places to put them.
Mr. Glover, you're supposed to take off the old patch before you put on a fresh one.
Thank you ever so much for coming back.
Oh, I haven't got very far. What's the matter?
I'm going to let Dr. Donohoe talk to you about that. If you would like to take a seat, I'll just...
Where is she?
No.
Brenda!
What's he doing here?
You can't
Where
believe it,
is-
Mr. Chapel.
Where have you been?
How could you?
I didn't. He's not
Where
supposed
do you think you were going?
Well, away from you.
No!
Out of my way, George Chapel. You'd be sorry.
Brenda, please.
I'm very disappointed in you.
You want to meet her husband?
Shush. I assure you that Mr. Chapel is not supposed to be here. But we did ask you to come back in because of the note that you left him.
What about it?
Well, it suggests that you're not in a very good place.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. If you read between the lines.
George, I'm leaving. Goodbye.
No, not that bit. The other stuff, you know.
Well, there wasn't any other stuff.
Well, who wrote that?
Dear George, I've had enough of this cruel world. Please don't try and find me. Do you think I wrote this? Oh, how low can you go? This makes me look suicidal. Why, George Chapel, why?
I had to do something to get you back. Nobody wanted to help. You know I'm no good without you.
I can't believe you went to all this effort. You won't even put pen to paper to cancel the blue top.
Well, you're more important than the milkman, love. Come home. Please.
sorry you were worried, love.
All right, I found you in time.
In time for what?
The model boat regatta. It's on Lethbridge Pond this afternoon.
Oh, I don't fancy it, George. Let's give it a miss. Well, go on your own then, if you really must.
But I need you to be my catcher in the Mad Medley. I'm the launcher, you're the catcher.
You've got a model boat? You don't want me back. You just need someone to catch your blooming toy in a stupid race.
Wait, Brenda, I'm doing it for us, for our 50th anniversary.
We're not having a 50th, George. I'm leaving you.
No, you can't. Here, look. Yeah. I've booked us the anniversary package. There's champagne and scones.
You haven't got the money to pay for this.
We will have after I win this afternoon. Please, give me a chance. Say yes.
Thanks.
Here's to Mr. Glover's patches.
To Mr. Glover.
A major SOB. You did sterling work.
I don't even remember taking his bloods.
Well, you didn't need me at all.
I'm glad you were there, though.
I don't know what I would have done. How you managed to keep a straight face. So, what are you going to do after here?
Oh, my next rotation's geriatrics, but career-wise, the jury's out. Zara thinks I should focus on NHS management, but I'd miss patients too much.
That is the joy of this profession. You never know who or what is going to walk through that door.
And it's a privilege, don't you think? You know, being a part of people's lives. Even the Mr. Glovers.
Providing you don't mind continual reorganisation by successive governments.
The fly in the ointment.
Indeed. You know, I don't think NHS management is for you at all.
George, it's beautiful.
She's beautiful, just like her namesake. Sorry about keeping her a secret. I wanted to surprise you.
Oh, you did that all right.
She'd been nothing but an old wreck when I got her, rotting away in next door's garden. She'd had a run-in with an outboard engine. He'd given up on her. Bought her for a tenner. I'd have gone to 25. It was love at first sight. Just like you. I loved you first time I saw you jiving with Addison Potts. And I love you now even more. I can hardly believe it's been 50 years. Me and Lady Brenda, we're going to win for you, so you can have the anniversary you deserve.
Oh, George. Oh, what a morning.
Do you want to see her engine? Wait a minute.
What's wrong?
That's not right. She's been messed with.
Sure.
And I know exactly who did it.
George?
So it seems like Mr. C might have just swung it with the fancy hotel.
Yeah, he's got to pay for it first. I mean, 50 years of marriage, and your anniversary depends on the outcome of the Mad Medley.
Yeah, well, they're back together. Good afternoon, campus surgery. Brenda. Oh, Brenda, don't cry. Listen, it's my lunch break soon. I'm going to come over. Rob just arrested George.
That's police brutality, that is.
No, it's not. This is George Chappell. I've arrested him for breach of the peace and attempted assault.
He's got the wrong man.
I got the man who was trying to braze neighbour with a lawn rake.
I never touched him.
That's only because you got to the conservatory in time. You were one pane of double glazing away from a more serious charge.
Why haven't you arrested him? He sabotaged Lady Brenda.
George, the sooner you calm down, the sooner we'll get your side of the story.
George. Thank you for coming.
I've left a message with Rob, so hopefully he'll get back to me.
You're very kind.
Oh, they won't keep him long, not if nobody's been hurt.
Well, they will if he keeps threatening to knock Terry's block off. You don't know what he's like, Karen.
Do you think this Terry bloke did actually tamper with the Lady Brenda?
I don't see how. George keeps the shed padlocked. Anyway, it's probably all in his head. What am I going to do?
Oh, we could have a word with the neighbour, see if you can smooth things over.
Brenda, you all right?
Yes.
I don't believe we've met. Terence.
Karen. Oh, hello.
Well, I do hope that George isn't in too much trouble.
Please accept my apologies. I don't know what got into him.
Well, I'm just glad that I got back indoors in one piece.
I'm sure he wouldn't have actually hit you, not really. Would you be prepared to withdraw your allegations?
That's a big ask, Brenda.
Oh, come on, your neighbours. Show a bit of goodwill.
He attacked me.
Yeah, but this is the heat of the moment, and he was upset. And think about it, you're still going to be living next door to each other after all this.
Perhaps if he apologized? Huh? Withdrew all the completely spurious allegations.
I'm sure he will.
I tell you what, I'll go down to the police station later.
Later? You couldn't do it now.
Well, I really don't have the time, you see. I've got to get Temptress ready for her race.
Oh, really?
The mad meddling. Perhaps you'd care to watch her race, huh? Lethbridge Pond, 5:30.
I don't think so. I can't. Maybe he did sabotage the Lady Brenda. He's got motive.
Well, even if he did, I can't prove it.
But did Rob, have a proper look round for evidence?
Well, your husband had enough on his plate restraining George. George has the only key. That's not George's.
Are you sure?
I know all his shoe prints. I've been cleaning them up for 50 years. So if it was, how did he get inside?
Oh, hello. Look, I don't suppose that is George's.
So it was Terry. Terry! I'd really appreciate it if you'd contact the police immediately and drop the charges.
Well, as you can see, I'm rather busy.
Just a phone call.
Or would you prefer I let them know about the new evidence? You left it behind in the shed.
Can't do that.
Just did. Well, you do have to zoom in, but you can see the buttons missing. I've got to go now, so if you've got any problems, I'll just email Rob the pictures. See you at the regatta.
Rob?
Sergeant Hollins, her husband.
Huh.
Look, I'm sorry about rushing off earlier.
It's not a problem.
I hope I didn't give you the wrong impression. I am grateful that there's nothing seriously wrong with Joe. It's just that everybody's advice from the outset was to watch and wait.
Right.
I hate waiting. In a way, I just wish that I had a diagnosis, however bad, because then I could get my head around it and get Joe the right help and move on. The uncertainty could last for years.
Oh, poor Zara, who expects perfection from everyone, doesn't have a perfect child. How ironic.
Jimmy?
No, come on. You should just be grateful you've got a child. Try loving him for who he is.
Come with me.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Have I missed it? Traffic was terrible.
Oh, you haven't missed anything. I really believed he might win.
You're a good one, you are. Brenda told me what you did.
You do realise she lost?
She did just fine.
George, she came last.
She finished ahead of her. That's all that matters.
Is that Terry's boat?
We had a side bet, didn't we? 200. Lady Brenda versus Temptress. First over the line takes all.
£200? We haven't got that kind of money. What if you'd lost?
No chance of that, love. Come on, hand it over.
£200. And £200 is winnings, and £200 for his original stake.
How are you going to get your boat out?
You'll have to go for a paddle. You all right, love?
Where did you get the stake money?
It doesn't matter.
Where did you get the £200?
I pawned a few bits.
Your wedding ring? Well, it's not on your finger, is it? I thought you'd taken it off to do the gardening, but no, you handed it over like it was nothing.
Brenda, it
For
was...
a bet, George, how dare you?
I can get it back now.
That ring was a symbol of my love.
It's just a ring.
Just a ring? Well,
No, Brenda.
if that's what you think. It's over!
Don't be like that, love!
Zara, look, Jimmy didn't mean any of what he just said. It's okay.
No one speaks to me like that. No one.
Look, he's really struggling. The last few months, he's not been himself. He's not thinking straight.
I don't know what's going on in Jimmy's miserable, screwed up, pathetic life, and I don't care. If you're so concerned about being a good friend to him, then you should keep him the hell away from me.
I'm wondering whether or not to get involved in the world of models and catwalk shows, parties, and all that kind of stuff.
Fashion or glamour?
Fashion.
He has a wife and a child.
Sarah's into it too, apparently. He wants me to do something unconventional in the bathroom.
Look at it! Alex, my coffee.
With Adele still in intensive care.